Greetings, folks, and welcome to Vinyl Therapy Sessions Special Edition, the Fandoms Unite, October 15th through 16th, 2022 edition. I am your host, Coco Smooth. So this weekend, I had the pleasure and the privilege of attending and assisting and helping Superheroes in Training's first event held under the Fandoms Unite convention over at the Scottish Rite Center in San Diego. This was very special because it was the first time I was ever part of actually helping set up a convention. Not an attendee booth as a vendor, but an actual convention where I was the guy helping vendors get to where they were supposed to be, getting the talent where they're supposed to be, that kind of thing is really special. And sometime in between work and play, I was able to purchase a couple of these things because, naturally, no matter what, as a fan myself, I'm obviously addicted to the stuff that that in the fandom that I like, right? First, I want to start off with this awesome picture that I got from Michael Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes. Brother Berryman, he's a square like myself, and I spend a great deal of time talking to him. He's so cool. I remember as a kid watching him going, man, what a scary dude. In The Hills Have Eyes, right? And even in Weird Science, and I thought it was kind of therapeutic when you watched the sequence where he shows up in Weird Science, where I felt better about The Hills of Eyes and I wasn't so scared anymore because of the role he played in Weird Science, right? Among other things, I saw him in the X-Files and a couple of other movies that escape me at the moment. But yeah, those are the ones that I remember him so distinctly with right now. So yeah, good to see you, Brother Berryman, and safe travels, my friend. Yeah. So yeah, I was pretty excited that he hooked me up with one of these photos in his signature. All right. Next up, another special one. I'm gonna start with the signature ones, right? Because they're a big deal, right? So this was my very first signed Funko Pop, signed by Jameson Newlander, better known as Alan Frog of the Frog Brothers in The Lost Boys. Okay, I'm hoping to meet Corey Feldman at some point so that he can finish this signature set off and have him sign it, right? I'd be happy. Hopefully, in the next Fandoms United, we can convince him to show up, but he might be too big of a star for now. I don't have any of the other Lost Boys, but this is who I have, the 2-pack, and I plan on probably getting these to, add to the collection because this is one of my favorite movies. And dang, look at this. The background on this pop is so dope. Yeah, I love it. Edgar and Alan Frog, the Frog Brothers. Cool. All right, but yeah, there you go. Get this out of the way. All right, so next up, a couple things that I wanted to point out. I picked this up from my guys over at JLo Collectibles. I'm gonna start calling out the people who I purchased these things from, shouting them out. I used to keep them anonymous because I'm trying to remain anonymous, but at the same time, because I'm just not into the whole doxing thing, right? Being doxed. But I also want to make sure that I give shout outs to the people who deserve it, right? Guys over at JLo Collectibles, whom hold an event in National City each month. These guys are awesome, and I was able to obtain an Eric Draven Crow collectible, soda fig sticker with a New York Comic Con sticker for this year. The one that I opened in Vinyl Therapy's soda hall couple weeks back, or if not last week itself, was a shared sticker, but this one's a New York Comic Con sticker. Okay, now this is important because while I know, we all know that the ratio is still the same, the sticker is what makes it even more valuable for whatever reason. So the reason I'm pointing this out is because this one's going to stay sealed. I'm not going to open it up for the chase because the whole point is to keep this one in minty fresh. And if I was really into getting a chase, I'll just get a chase separately, and it doesn't even have to have the sticker. I'll just be the shared or whatever's, right? You know. All right, next up. Oh yeah, this is the only thing I was able to get from JLo, but I always buy from those guys. Those guys are cool. I love those guys. Those guys are, cool guys. All right, next up, Freddy Funko from our boys over at Superheroes in Training. He was kind enough to give me dibs on this bad boy, and this too will stay open. I mean, stay sealed because there's no chase for this. We all know what it's gonna be, right? And because of the Fright Night sticker, I'm just compelled to keep this one in can for now. I may purchase an open one already later on, but something about owning sealed cans is starting to appeal to me, for collectibles sake. But don't get me wrong, if I ever get the need to open it, I'm gonna definitely do it on video, or just again get buy a chase on its own, right? But yeah, that's what I got from Superheroes in Training. And the last thing I got from Superhero in Training over the weekend from my boy Mike over at Superheroes in Training is Freddy Funko as Nosferatu. I've been on a huge Nosferatu kick, and pretty soon when he gets released as a soda and Funko itself, the most updated one, I'm doing a video on it. But yeah, limited to 10,000 pieces, right? Freddy Funko. This is my first Freddy Funko, actual Funko Pop. Freddy Funko Pop. If that makes sense. Everything else was Freddy soda, but this is my first Freddy Funko as a pop, and not Freddy Funko as a soda. So yeah, this one's special to me because Nosferatu is cool. But yeah. This picture is kind of disappointing, but I get it. I guess all the Freddy collectors look like that, and I love this Fright Night sticker thing. Who knows? I might actually try to complete the entire run, but for now it might be too pricey, too high. So I'm just gonna let it go as is. All right, next up, I'm gonna bring up Carnage. Carnage common. I allowed Awesome Pops. Those guys are cool. I bought this from them. I bought two, and tried to do breaking the seal video with them. They did the break the seal video, right? We were checking to see if it was going to be common or chase, and both of them ended up being common. I ended up giving my extra common to my buddy, so that he didn't have to worry about purchasing a common. He also gets a Carnage, and I'm sure he was happy about it because Carnage is really dope, and this is what Carnage looks like. I'm gonna add them to a separate vinyl therapy session haul with sodas, but I felt compelled to tell the story of how I got the story because I could talk to those guys over at Awesome Pops all day. Those guys are so gosh damn cool, and because of them, go Ducks, go Kings. All right. Hockey fans, they're big on hockey, so yeah, I'm very appreciative of them. I hope to see them again soon. Those guys are cool. All right. Yeah. Next up. Yeah, their youngest member needs to sleep in the couch instead of chairs and gonna break his back. Inside joke for them. Next up, I bought these pops from Golden Kings Toys. I believe that's what they're called. Funny enough, turns out that my guy over at Golden Kings, I'm is related to somebody I know from long ago, small world, and very happy that he had helped me in my addiction and things that I was looking for as far as my Funko hot uh, wish list was, and I found all three really good big ones out of the way right here from my boy over at Golden Kings Toys and Collectibles, I believe. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, bro. But I'll make it up. I'll make sure to check and add the link in the bottom of this description so where they can find you in IG and stuff. Okay. Anyways, I finally completed my entire San Diego Comic Con toucan set. This was the last one of it, and I'm going to do a whole video of the entire San Diego toucan set. Okay, it's got to be done because I'm a homer now for SDCC. I'm collecting all of the toucans, so exclusives. Okay. Next up, well, I'm gonna go to this one next. The Invisible Man, black and white. I don't know if they're ever gonna do a colored version of it, and it's funny that they use the old 6-pack on this. It's kind of funny. I don't know why they did it, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. This is not part of that set. I'm gonna do a whole other video set on the current Walgreens specialty exclusives. But yeah, this one's black and white, and number 608. I'm gonna add them. Again, once I get the last one in the set, Wolfman. I'm gonna do as soon as he arrives. We're doing a doggone video with the entire complete Walgreens exclusive, minus probably Dracula with a candle, since I'm not sure if I really want them, since it's just redundant, to have two Draculas when the other Dracula I got is enough. And last but not least, this really heavy one, which I've always wanted, was Man-Thing. Okay, now I kept seeing this throughout the entire year, but I was never quite happy with the conditions of the ones that I've seen, right? I was just not willing to cough up $40 for a damaged, or a damaged box back then. But because of Werewolf by Night special over in Disney Plus, this pop skyrocketed, so I had to, well, settle for a good price, settle for one that's kind of on a damaged tip, as you can see in the corner. It isn't too bad, but yeah, I've seen every other ones I've seen was far worse as far as things that were just wrecked. It was just too obvious and whatever. This one is within tolerance for the price that I paid for it. $30 couldn't go wrong, especially since this bad boy is so hot right now, right? But yeah, look at him. He's glorious. I'm going to do a video of him. Oh, no, it's not a video. Probably not going to do a video of him. Well, who knows? Maybe I'll do a video. But check my IG. I'm going to do a shoot of him so you can see all angles of this beautiful, beautiful looking pop, right? All right, folks. Yeah, that's it. And over at Golden Kings Toys, those guys are dope. I hope to see all of those people again. I could talk to those guys all day. I could talk to all the people just about all the people I was hanging out with in Fandoms Unite. Michael Barron, who I spent like a good most of the weekend talking to, as kind of like his de facto handler, but not really handler, more like his gopher, whatever he needed, brother Michael, you needed. I was there to help. And also there were all sorts of beautiful, awesome guests too, beautiful guests. Marilyn, Gigliotti, oh my gosh, I am butchering her name, but she was in Clerks, and yeah, she plays Dante's girlfriend, and yeah, she's also executively producing shooting Clerks. I can't wait till that project finishes. I would like to purchase it. God bless her. I would love, I talked to her. I was so starstruck by her, and even Michael Berryman, the Hills of Eyes, and the Frog, Jameson Newlander. I was starstruck by all of it. Keith Coogan. I've seen them in other conventions, but still, I gotta pinch myself. I'm like, man, these guys are so cool. And I saw Tracy Gold, right, from Growing Pains, and man, I gotta admit, when I saw them, like, wow, this is who I saw in in the show, except in real life. This is who's in front of me. Oh my gosh, yeah. As long as we got each other. Show me that smile again. Yeah, man, I was starstruck. I was just, yeah. So I didn't want to, it's hard for me to look at all of those guys, and because it's just so, again, these are people that I kind of seen, and I just kind of like, wow, holy smokes, right? She's a Seaver, in my living, in front of me, and not in her living room in the show. Holy smokes, right? And of course, I saw Ming Chen. That guy's cool from Comic Book Man. That guy's so friendly. And Bo Jesse, that guy was cool too. He from Point Break, and sometimes they go back. And Susie Young from Gosh Dang Chainsaw Man, and the voice for Yuffie over in Final Fantasy Remake. And man, yeah, I wish I had enough money to get their signatures. And Turbo Michael Chambers, I was like, Breaking and Electric Boogaloo, I was like, yo, how did it? I, I wish I just had more gosh dang money. I would have loved to have supported all of those guys. I would have loved to have fed all of those. Introduce them to my parents and have them try my mom's cooking, just so they know that I wasn't messing when I said my mom's food is the best. And that I'm not just being a homer, right? But yeah, folks, that's all I got for this segment of Vinyl Therapy Sessions, the Fandoms Unite edition. I am your host, Coco Smooth. And until next video, ciao.